Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my bare face. Whoa. This is me without any makeup on because I thought I would show you guys a updated everyday makeup routine. There's someone outside my house. I've got my window open, I can hear them talking. Apparently they asked for someone's number and they didn't give it to them. Anyway, carry on. I thought I'd do an updated everyday makeup routine because my last one was quite some time ago. I've been on holiday fairly recently, so I've got a little bit of a tan to my face, and I also had my eyebrows done this week, so they are tinted and hopefully shaped in a relatively nice way. So I think they just frame my face a lot better when they're just freshly done, and so I think I look a bit more acceptable without any makeup on. I'm probably looking a little bit shiny because of these lights that are going on, but I thought I would show you guys what I do every day at the moment. So in August 2014, this is what I'm doing every day for my makeup. But of course that changes pretty much every day depending on my mood and what I would like to wear. So my first step is so my first step is to moisturise. I will either use a moisturising cream or a gel depending upon what my skin is feeling like that day. I don't generally use the same one every single day. It's really quite warm and humid in England at the moment, so I'm not really using day creams, which is kind of weird, but that's just how I'm feeling. I think they're too heavy for me at the moment. I'm using a night cream, but at the moment I'm just using a water spray. So a Beauty Elixir from Caudalie. This is a La Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water for sensitive skin. I'm just giving that a spritz all over my face before I apply any foundation. I think it probably looked really wet now. I just think it was sinking to my skin. For me it's worked pretty well. I've got a few blemishes down here, so maybe not quite so well, but they were before I started doing this. Just to moisturise my skin and sort of put a bit more moisture back into it after I've cleansed it in the morning or the evening, which is what it is right now. But anyway, on to the next step. So from there I go straight onto my base, which is at the moment I'm using the Laura Mercier, you probably can't see that, Laura Mercier tinted foundation with an SPF of 20, which is really, really cool. The colour I use is ochre, so I pop on a fair size amount onto the back of my hand, probably about that much, but I'll probably be going back for more knowing me. And I'm going to be using a mirror. I've got one behind here, so if I'm looking there I'm really sorry, but I'll use a mirror here if that's okay with you. And at the moment I'm applying that with a Real Techniques buffing brush, just because I think it gets it into my skin really well. So I'll just go and dab and then pop it onto my cheeks. I put my first dab in the middle of my face because that's where I get my most redness. I think I suffer quite a lot with red cheeks, and I don't like that. So I put the most amount of product on my red cheeks, my red nose and my red chin, and then I blend out from there. I even go over my eyes and over my lips. I know that's not technically what you should do, but that's just what I do because I think it adds a nice sort of overall colour and finish to my face, because I don't like the colour of my lips without any product on them, and I don't like the colour of my eyes without any product on them. So, well, hey, everyone's a winner. I blend it under my chin, even though it's just a tinted, do you like this angle? Sorry. I blend it underneath my chin, even though it's just a tinted moisturiser, so there shouldn't really be any colour difference. I just like to blend it under there because I think it just out of pure habit probably actually. It's just nice to make sure that you've got a even palette. So yeah, that is my finished look after my tinted moisturiser. At this point my boyfriend says there's no different, you didn't need that one, but I think there's a real difference. I think the colouring just really sort of evens out my skin tone, makes it look a little bit less blotchy. But yeah, I think it looks pretty nice, but I hope you do too. If you don't, then I'm sorry. My next step is a bronzer, believe it or not, which is what I have in my hand. I've been steering between two MAC bronzers recently. One which is a Pro Sculpting Cream, which I've generally been using when I don't wear a full base. If I'm just wearing a few bits of concealer, I'll pop on the cream bronze all over as sort of just a colour rather than a foundation, and then a little bit more as a contour. But if I'm in a rush, I've just been using this, which is my handy dandy, I hate that phrase, but it is handy dandy, matte bronze bronzer from MAC. I have been using that with just a blush brush from Real Techniques because I just like a more sort of all over finish rather than a contoured finish with my bronzer. I'm an Essex girl, I love bronzer. I concentrate it mostly on my cheekbones or lack of cheekbone, under my chin and onto my neck, and then on my temples. I then also take a little bit of product. I've got a mirror behind me, I'm just making sure I'm not too orange, and I just take that, and I don't properly contour because this brush is too big to properly contour, but I take that and take it around my eye sockets, sort of like to contour my nose, but I don't really contour my nose. From there I'll add concealer. I use the Lasting Perfection concealer from Collection 2000, in warm medium, which was just called medium a few months back, which is number 3. And I apply that directly with the stick, which probably isn't the best thing to do, but that's how I do it, onto my blemishes or redness areas. I don't always put it on my cheeks directly. If I think they look okay, I just use the residue from everything else that I'm covering, which is generally just my nose, because it's always red. I don't even know why, but I always look a bit like Rudolph, in my opinion. Oh, sorry, and I'm using a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush just to blend that in. From there, I always do my eyebrows, and as always, I use my Dior. This is always, as usual, I'm using my Dior Brow Styler in Universal Brown, which is the only colour it comes in. So I just use the spoolie to put all my brows in the right way. I only got them tinted the other day, so they should actually be fine. It's just here where I really cleverly cut my brows when I was about 11 with a pair of scissors, because I thought it would stop them being so bushy, but they've just never ever grown back. So there's a bit of advice for everybody. Don't cut your eyebrows with scissors. And that's about it for now. I usually put more product in as my tint wears off, just to let you guys know. From there, I'll do my highlight, which at the moment is a mineralized skin finish from MAC in Perfect Topping, which is a limited, or was a, I don't really know the right grammar to say for that, but it was a limited edition colour. But it's pretty similar to a couple of their full line ones. Blah, blah, blah. The next one I want to buy is AliceChidgey, so use that if you haven't got this one. And I just use that on the tops of my cheek and on my brow bone. So literally that one little, maybe 2 little swishes will do my whole face. From there, I'll do my lashes, which changes probably the most frequently. It's probably the product that I use that I change the most, mascara. At the moment, I'm trying out the Volume, it makes it sound like I'm giving it. I bought and I'm trying the Volume Million Lashes So Couture from L'Oreal. I enjoyed the one I had before, which was the Excess Black, Excess Noir, I think it was called. I think it had a nicer brush than this, but this was on offer because it's new, so I bought this one instead. I don't think I like it quite as much, but I'm enjoying it. I really, really, really want to try Benefit They're Real mascara, but I just think, I keep thinking 1950 is a lot for a mascara. In my mind it is. I don't know why, but £20. That's like half a day's work, neary. I think of everything in hours. So if, say for instance, you get paid £6 an hour, I don't quite, but sadly not too far off that. You think a Big Mac meal is like $5.50? Is that worth an hour at work? No, I don't want it. It's really good for dieting, but not so much for if you're a shopaholic like me. And then the last step is always lipstick. That makes it sound like I'm a real diva. It's just creme de nude. Really simple. 1, 2. Don't even do my whole lip. Just in the middle, and then move it out with my lips. And that's it. That's my everyday makeup routine. That's probably, I don't know if that was excessive, I don't know if it was not a lot, but this is what I wear every day. I don't wear a primer. I kind of prime with my moisture spray or moisturisers. I don't use eyeliner particularly often. I do sometimes, but not an awful lot. I don't wear eyeshadows very often. I wear lip liner every now and again, and a bright lip, but again, not very often, and a blush. That hardly ever happens on my face because I've got a natural red underneath my skin. But anyway, I'm babbling on. I hope you enjoyed my video. I'd love to see your everyday makeup routines because I love having a little snoop inside people's makeup bags and what products they actually like, so what products they wear on an everyday basis. So let me know, and I will see you guys soon. Let me know if there's any videos you'd like to watch from me, and it's nice to be back. Thanks for watching.